Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Today we're featuring Tetrahedron in the Tier 6 Skoda T25. He's been following this channel since 2014, he lives in South Africa, and today he's finally going to get featured. The tank he's driving, the T25, it's a development of the T24 at Tier 5 I believe. Essentially it's a very similar machine, it just has a 3-shot autoloader. And of course it's one tier higher. This is a Tier 7 battle here on the Live Oaks map. I haven't seen this map in a while actually. It's only a 1-tier matchmaking spread, but it does mean that he is not top tier, and while this 3-shot autoloader does have very fast shell cycling and a very fast reload, it is only a 3-shot autoloader and it does not have a huge amount of damage per shot. It's pretty terrible actually. 110 damage per shot is the kind of damage output that you expect of Tier 5 medium tanks, not Tier 6. Well, yeah, but you do get to do 330 average damage very quickly. That's true, but there are other tanks at this tier that also get to do 330 damage, except in one shot. And they don't bounce on T78s. I mean, there is a lot to be said for this 3-shot autoloader. It does fire very quickly, but the aiming time isn't good at all. It fires faster than it aims. The accuracy is questionable. Unlike your typical French autoloader, however, the T25 does get a lot of ammunition, so you can bounce and miss way more than a French autoloader at the same tier. Penetration kind of sucks as well. I mean, that thing's only a P43 and he's having to aim for weak spots. I mean, oh yeah, he just got hit by artillery. I think the jury's out on the T25. A lot of people like this tank, and there is plenty to like, but there's plenty to dislike as well. That VK's getting awfully brave. He's got a T150 with him here though. He's thinking about maybe backing off. The T150 then asks for help, and he instantly backs this guy up. The T150's going to go for it. He's not going to let him go for it alone. Oh yeah, the VK's in all kinds of problems, and he was about to get rammed to death by the T150, but Ram denied with a final shot from the 3-shot autoloader. And now they have a mostly clear run at the enemy base. Oh, there's that Type 64. That's a very dangerous machine. It needs to die. Good, thank you. So it's going very well over here. The only problem is it's going very badly over on the other side of the map. It's basically a mirror image of what's been happening over here. Tetrahedron's team have completely failed to get anywhere near the town, which has allowed the enemy to occupy the ridge overlooking the team's base. That is incredibly bad news. The team do have a medium and a heavy attempting to dislodge them from that ridge, but they've just lost the heavy, which is not great news for the medium. Meanwhile, over here, Tetrahedron and his teammates are... well, they're within spotting range of the enemy cap circle, but this cap circle is bare arse and open as well, and is likely, if not already, could be very quickly defended and reinforced by the enemy team in the town up there in the northwest. But they can't afford to hang around, because with the last member of the team attempting to assault the ridge on the other side of the map falling to enemy gunfire, and the only thing stopping them from rushing the base and winning are a Super Hellcat and the 2 artillery. Although the enemy team don't know that. And they're probably aware that their own base is under threat, so it's possible, it's hopeful, that some of them are coming back, and it looks like they are. And the enemy team on the ridgeline over there overlooking the friendly base, their sense of self-preservation is hopefully delaying them from actually rushing down to the south, giving Tetrahedron and his teammates up here something to work with. And can we all stop and give thanks for thinly armoured tank destroyers that like to stop in the open, sideways on, in front of autoloaders. Although, with the relatively low damage output of this gun, he still wasn't able to finish the T78 off, and is now going for the... oh, that was a hell of a shot. Sniped the commander's hatch on the VK there. Unfortunately, he's lost the friendly VK. That T78 is still out there, as are a number of his friends, although not anymore. There's still a Scorpion out there though, and Tetrahedron's only remaining teammate up here. They just lost the T-150 a few moments ago, as well as the P-43, who's playing things very, very safely, hiding behind the buildings up to the north east of the cap circle. He's got the Scorpion though. Notice how he's... Oh, you've got to be kidding. 8 hit points? Low alpha damage. Yeah. But you notice how he was using the bushes there to fire without being spotted. It's an old trick, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know it. Come on, finish this guy off. Right. The enemy team, of course, for some bizarre reason, are not capping. Oh, there's the Hummel. Notice how long it took. 2.3 second aiming time. This thing fires way faster than it loads. Oh shit. Okay, good news, you got the Hummel. Bad news, Type 58, which is basically a T-34-85, except with even worse gun depression. He did get hit there by, I think, the P-43 as he poked out. The problem is, it's basically a T-34-85, and this gun only has 132mm of penetration. He's hull down, and he's going to have to shoot at his turret front. So this is what the gold ammo's for. Even though the final shot ricocheted, but it did kind of hit the side of the turret at an angle, but he was never going to have the burst damage to take that guy out in one reload anyway, but he's managed to force him far back enough that the Steyr-Waffenträger is able to snipe him from the other side of the lake. That was not an ideal situation for a Type 58 to be fighting in, by the way. Soviet tanks upon which that machine was based had pretty bad gun depression anyway, and the Type 58 was even worse. It's now 3-on-3, and the enemy team have finally realised that capping might not be a bad idea. Hopefully they've come to that conclusion just a little bit too late. The P-43 up by the enemy base was capping, but he's decided to stop. He's now rushing south. To be fair, I don't know how many hit points he has. He could be a one-shot, and you don't really want to be sitting inside an open cap circle when you don't know where the enemy team are. And that's good advice. Good advice that the enemy 3601H would probably have done well to pay attention to. Sitting in a cap circle, open ground, sideways on to the most likely avenue of attack. Tetrahedron pulls back so the bush becomes opaque. That way he knows he's not going to get seen. And he's managed to blow the VK's tracks off. He pulls back again, but the delay it costs him allows the VK to start getting the tracks back up and turned around, but with the premium ammo loaded, doesn't really make any difference. And there's the actual T-34-85 coming back to defend the cap a day late and $1 short, and also driving sideways on across an open field. Fine, we'll take it. And that's kill number 7. That just leaves the M12. Fortunately, Tetrahedron is right next to the nearest large body of open water in which the M12 would have been able to drown himself and deny everybody the last kill. So that particular avenue of escape has been locked off, and Tetrahedron, guessing that the M12 is probably camping up here at the back of the city, because it's the only bit of the map that hasn't yet been fully explored. There he is. You'll notice he's switched back to the regular ammo, because you definitely don't need gold to kill an M12. There's one, there's two, and oh, the M12 gets the shot off, stuns the crew and disturbs his aim right before he could finish him off. But this is a very fast reloading autoloader, and the M12 is never going to beat him to the final punch. Tetrahedron, a loyal follower of this channel since 2014, but hasn't played World of Tanks in the last 4 years, and only took the game up again 2 weeks ago. I have to say, for a guy who hasn't played the game in 4 years, it doesn't look like he's forgotten anything important. Ace Tanker, Rally Walters medal, Pascucci's medal, some medal named after some Finnish guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, Confederate, High Caliber, and Top Gun. Not top tier, remember, and on with a gun that only does 110 average damage. He managed to do not far short of 3,000 damage to go with his 8 kills and 1,619 base experience. He did fire a sneaky 10 rounds of gold ammunition, however, even though he fired almost 3 times that amount in regular ammo, but 10 rounds of gold ammunition, and he's not in a premium tank, even though he has a premium account, means he's not allowed to actually make a profit from that battle, and he did, of course, end up owing the game money. Worth it. Tetrahedron, welcome back to World of Tanks. Nice to see you still enjoying it and kicking ass. And I hope everybody enjoyed watching him do it, because that is it for today. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.